when you heard what they had been through, all I could think of is I'd be in a cave or under my bed with the blanket pulled over my head, and here were these women moving forward, and it was obvious they weren't going to take any guff. I mean, they were truly bold women, and that we could learn from that.
We learned so much about the struggles that this country had gone through and the power of the women. When we met with LeMay Gabawi, she lectured us a little bit on having all of the resources that we do and not sharing them, not using them. And I think that impacted us as well.
Yes, it did.
That we really did need to do something. And the theme of being a bold women and seeing what the women in Liberia had done influenced us that we need to be bold women in our own country and help other people.
And so here we are being bold women. I would never have described myself as bold.
Foolish maybe, but not bold.
Yeah, foolish for God, yeah. Bold, not so much.
During the war, a lot of people had sought refuge in it, and the soldiers had come and had massacred everybody inside of it. I think it was 500 people, wasn't it?
Yeah, 500 or 600, yeah. People who managed to survive were under pews or under bodies, and so it's the kind of stuff, as we listen to all of it, and it's beyond imagination that I mean, I can't even conceive of
and they had
living
personal
through that.
Stories of being raped and horrible stories, hunger, many members of their families being killed in the war. The women had gone to this field every day for days,
months,
and they all wore white T-shirts, and they stayed in the field all day while Charles Taylor drove back and forth to work, past them, the president of the country, and they sang songs and danced because they had decided that their young men were no longer going to be taken as soldiers, and they had to put a stop to it. And they were bold women.
Very bold women. And then when they went into negotiations were taking place in Ghana, and nothing was happening. So a contingency of the women went to Ghana. So the building in which they were meeting, the women sat down around the building and sort of did a sit-down strike and said, "You're not coming out of that building till you resolve this." Someone that, in the face of danger or in the face of lots of obstacles, steps forward. In the case of the Liberian women, they put their lives on the line. What did you learn? And so we were talking about what we learned and what could we bring back that we could model in our church, and how to be bold women here. I ought to write a resolution about this project. So I got one of the gals that is the parliamentarian, and I said, help me with resolution about helping support this effort for Phebe, and it passed. Well, then they got up, somebody else did, and said, I think we should pass this on to churchwide. So they only meet every 3 years. So in this summer in 2014, churchwide passed the same resolution to help support this project.
It just makes sense.
To see that joy. We see joy in children, but we don't see joy in adults in this country. And we saw joy. They were joyful that we were there. They were joyful for the gifts. They were joyful in their faith of God. And that was just amazing.